They're calling for the biggest snowstorm of the year tonight into tomorrow. So I want to get the plow on the truck and be ready for it. Now we get to wait and see how much snow we end up getting. We'll see you in a little bit. Good morning, Modern Steaders.
Good morning. Wet out here.
Yeah, it's the next morning. We were supposed to get a lot of snow overnight. We got about 2 inches, and now we're having rain and freezing rain. Sounds like we're getting where a lot of the rest of the country already had. It's our turn to share this weather with you, I guess. The chickens...
Thanks.
What's that?
I said thanks.
Right. The chickens don't seem to mind. Oh, man. What do you think of all the ice there, Buttercup?
I don't like the noise.
Nope. You ladies hungry? You're breaking through the ice too. I think we got one stuck in the deep snow. We'll have to rescue her. You stuck out there or what? Come on, make it back to the trail. You're so close. All right, I'll give you a hand in a second. Come on. There we go. Is that better? There you go. You coming out, Moose, or what? You're staying inside where it's dry? It's been a few hours. It's still raining, but it's not freezing raining, and most of the ice on the truck melted off. So we need to get the truck warmed up and do some plowing. I want to get a lot of this ice plowed off because we're going to be getting some snow tonight. If we get this heavy wet stuff plowed off, and then we'll get some fresh snow on top, it'll be perfect. After we get done plowing, I want to take the groomer out and groom the trails and see how nice this wet, sticky snow makes the trails. And then especially tomorrow when we wake up, everything's gonna be frozen, so we should really have some nice hard packed trails. I'm looking forward to that. I like it when the ice-covered snow comes off in big sheets. Something so satisfying. Ready? Like I'm moving an iceberg. That snow is so heavy and wet, my truck doesn't want to turn while I'm pushing it. I'm glad we don't have too much more of this. Like if we would have had like 6 inches of this stuff, it really would have been miserable for plowing. These snowbanks are like concrete right now. And there ain't much push in this snow. I wish I could get it up higher and over the banks, but no, not today. This is the kind of snow, if I'm not careful, I can find myself getting my truck stuck in a snowbank, or I can go off into a ditch and I need to pull myself out. So hopefully that doesn't happen this time. I'm gonna mark that as a win in my book. We got the plowing done. We didn't get stuck, and this is the kind of the snow, if you're gonna get stuck or get in trouble, it's always with this heavy, wet stuff. So we got it done. Everything's cleaned up. Now we get to have some fun and go groom some trails. All right, before we use the groomer today, we got to upgrade it. Our friends over at homesteadlegacy.ca, which is where we got the groomer from, updated or upgraded their tongue. They went to a lot heavier duty of a tongue. Right here, this one bends, which I didn't realize, because of people like me who doesn't get the groomer loose when they go to put it on their UTV and they just yank. And actually for me, I'm not always on here straight, so what I ended up doing is I bent the tongue over this way a little bit from not pulling straight when we're first leaving here. I didn't even realize this, or this wasn't this way when they sent me this one. I didn't call them. They upgraded their tongues and they sent me one, and then I needed it anyway, so it was perfect timing. This one's not breaking or nothing. You can just see it's got a couple of kinks in it. So I figure before we use it again, we might as well fix it. I like it when businesses have a problem and they know it and they go ahead and they fix it on their end. I think that's awesome. Great customer service. Alright, that's loose. Let me get this one loose and then we'll loosen up the tongue down here too. If you have one of these and you gotta change it out, it takes a 12mm hex head. I have these funky little oil plug hex heads that work perfectly for larger sizes. Alright, and then I need to take it apart right here. It's so nice out right now, guys, it's not even funny. I think when I went in the house and looked, it was 37 degrees. Nice stainless steel bolts, and we got a nice little dish to set everything in right now. I really like having the groomer to groom our trails to go take care of the animals with, or in I should say. I don't want to have to snow blow or plow trails all throughout the homestead, which I've done in the past, so having the groomer just to groom my paths that we walk works perfect. When we're up living at the new property, this is going to come in so handy. I can see it coming in really handy when we're sugaring in our maple orchard. Having trails out there, and we can use this to lug back the 55-gallon drums or an IBC tote full of maple sap. You ready for a little grooming date?
Yep.
All right, let's go.
Should I be scared?
I don't think so. I think it's fun.
Okay.
That wasn't too bad, was it?
That was the end?
That was the end, yep. We only have so many trails here to groom. Soon we'll have more. Those are gonna freeze up nice overnight. Trying to make a snowman?
What?
So you trying to make a snowman or a giant snowball?
I was seeing if it's gonna roll down. It's gonna shift only on the top layer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hello.
I want to help.
I don't even think they knew I was there.
Tanner, you're messing up my new groom trail.
No. Can't move it anymore.
That's where she's staying. I hope that snow doesn't fall off the roof while we're collecting eggs. Ooh, we got 6 eggs and we found one laying an egg this morning in the hay bale, so we have 7 eggs from this flock today. I don't think NYC liked all the ruckus going on. Where are you going?
Come back this way. Come on.
They said we're leaving for greener pasture. Ready to see the goats run? They're not gonna like this.
Oh. Well, that was that was easy.
That was perfect. What's the matter, girl? You didn't like that?
You might as well do the goat stop while you're at it.
Gotta get snow on its roof.
Yeah, it's almost off.
Well, we're right here. Snow's pretty deep over here. That was easy. That vinyl roof works slick. As soon as it starts going, it just like slides off like smooth ice. We're gonna have to reach down into the nesting boxes pretty soon.
Oh my goodness.
How many do you think?
2.
That's what I was gonna guess. Yeah, 2. It's so funny, it's 34 degrees out right now and it feels like a heat wave. It's been so cold that this little bit of a warm-up feels nice. Even still, we need to heat the house. I had to take a little bit of a break today from the cabin build. Had to make sure we stayed on top of the snow. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than what it really was. They were calling for 10 inches plus this rain, so we lucked out. It was really nice to get a little bit of a warm up. Now, I'm ready for spring, but I also want winter to stay. The longer winter is, the longer they can stay logging. Once the snow starts melting and it starts getting muddy up at the off-grid property, they're going to have to stop their logging operation because we'll just start rutting up and making a mess of the road and the trails. And we don't want that. And they'll be hauling trees out in mud, and they don't want that either because the trees get covered in mud. The branches get covered in mud and they can't chip them, and the mills don't like all the wood covered in mud, so. So far the temperatures this week and next week look good. They're gonna be staying cold, so we should be in good shape for a few more weeks anyways. So we got 2 more rows of firewood left. This row and 1 more row behind it, and this side. And that's about 4 to 5 cords of firewood, depending on how well it's stacked. And that's usually about what we go through a year, so we'll see. Winter will be getting over when we get closer to the end of that last stack. You keeping an eye on us, Figaro? I'm glad we groomed the trails last night because it got pretty cold over the night, and now everything's frozen. I can walk right on top of it, where if I get in the area that hasn't been groomed, I fall right in, so I'm glad we took the time and did that. It makes the path so much nicer, and it's great having the track vehicles and the grooves from the groomer in there because it gives you traction and it's not all slippery. So, thanks for coming along on our homesteading journey with us, guys. You're a huge blessing to us in our homestead. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. It really helps. While you're down there, if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and we'll see you right back here in tomorrow's video. Bye.